Hey y'all, hey, this is going to be an energy reading on Lashay Hinton, the Apple Store Queen, okay? So without further ado, I'm not going to hold y'all too long. Let's see what her energy is. Lashay Hinton. The Temperance card came out. So this Temperance card is Sagittarius energy, right? And so when I see this Temperance card, it's about doing things in balance, in moderation. I think of peace, happiness, serenity, peace, balance. And so this Temperance card is like there's a need for change. There's a need to realize that peace comes from within, and she has to be the catalyst for her own change to create peace and happiness into her reality, okay? I'm also seeing the Seven of Pentacles, okay? There's Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, and it's heavy on Taurus energy, right? And when I see Taurus energy, it's a bull, but there's about some type of stagnation. It's like a resistance. It's also, it deals with finances. It could deal with her health. It could deal with material possessions, but this is like trying to manifest something. It's like trying to get something before it's time, because the Seven of Pentacles is about knowing that patience is a virtue, okay? It's about knowing that slow and steady wins the race. I think of things like a man who finds a wife finds a good thing, right? So this is about planting seeds and watering those seeds and cultivating them. So this is about being stubborn. It's about resisting. It's about not going with the flow, okay? I'm saying the Ten of Pentacles, okay? When I see the Ten of Pentacles, right, there's heavy on Virgo energy. And this Ten of Pentacles, when I see the Ten of Pentacles, it's about long money, settlements, building a legacy or generational wealth. And so when I think of this Ten of Pentacles, it's like worth building. But like I said, the Pentacles deal with like grounding your energy, your finances, your material possessions, okay? And so this is about money. However, it's heavy on Virgo energy, right? And so when I'm picking up on this Virgo energy, she needs to do some self-reflection. She needs to do some self-evaluation, okay? Because she needs to figure out a way how to get her own money. If she was providing a service, but she just wants to ask for money. And I felt like she felt like social media was going to be like, or lead her to generational wealth, okay? I'm also seeing the Nine of Swords. There's a Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So there is a lot of anxiety she is feeling, okay? A lot of being in her head, and it's picking up on Gemini energy, right? And it could also center with like being like the Lovers. When I think of Gemini energy, I think of Lovers, but it's about healing, moving forward, being your primary choice, being your primary person, being your first love, being your first soulmate. It's about healing. This is also about like intrusive thoughts, sleepless night, not being able to sleep, constantly thinking, fear, anxiety, spiraling thoughts out of control. I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles. This is the main thing that be on Lashay's mind. And the Nine of Pentacles, right, is about hard work and rewards, right? It's about abundance. And so this is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And so this is like, when I see the Nine of Pentacles, a reward for hard work. It's about abundance, material possession. There's money. I mean, money, bags in the coop. And so this is about money. It's about fruit, bearing fruit. And so she has to put in that work. She has some self-reflection and some introspection that she needs to do. I'm so also seeing the Eight of Wands. There's about some type of fast incoming news. It deals with freedom also, right? There's a Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she's a fire sign. It might be Aries, because she sure pop off like she won. She's very, very angry. But this is about freedom. It's some type of message that's going to come through very, very fast for her through social media, a text message, a phone call, okay? And hopefully it sparked a fire up under her ass to do what she needs to do. I'm also seeing the Page of Cups, right? And when I see this Page of Cups, it deals with your emotions, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is about manifestation. It's also about love. And so we all want love, and so she wants love, but she don't really know how to give it, because I don't know where her situation is. And so there is also some childhood trauma. I'm picking up on childhood trauma, manifestation, expecting blessings in places where you never thought you could expect blessings from. And she wears her heart on her sleeve, very, very big. And for like the wrong people, okay? I'm also seeing the Eight of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's about walking away from people and situations, okay? It could be also walking away from her kids. This is heavy on Pisces energy, and there's about like trust issues. It's about fear, anxiety. It's about something that's hidden that's going to be revealed. And so there's about walking away from people who emotionally break her. She allows people to disappoint her. I'm also seeing the lack of something. There's the Five of Pentacles, and when I see this Five of Pentacles, right, it's like feeling left out in the cold. She feels left out in the cold. It's heavy on towards energy. There's some type of, like I said, some type of resistance. But there's the Five of Pentacles. It deals with finances. This also deals with feeling like you're left out in the cold. It deals with competition, okay? Lacking self-esteem, lacking self-worth, lacking finance, okay? It's like a door has been closed in her face. I'm also seeing the Chariot card. And this Five of Wands. So she got into an argument with somebody recently. It could have been a man. Somebody, I saw a guy online doing some type of argument. She put him out. And so there's a Chariot card. And when I say this Chariot card, right, she had no business letting him in. But this Chariot card is Cancer energy. This was about her needing to stay focused. She has other things that she needs to be focused on, like her healing, her also getting her children back if that's what she wants, okay? And so she says she says she wanted, but she has to ask herself, does she really want it? Because this Chariot card is Cancer energy, and it's like keeping your focus this way, and that is this way or that way. There's going to be some distractions with this Five of Wands. When I see this Five of Wands, this is masculine energy, and she stays in her masculine energy. Shay is not soft at all, but there's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. There's about resistance. It's about a challenge. It's about arguments. It's about chaos. It's about confusion. And there's the Seven of Wands, when she should be maintaining her composure or advocating for herself, advocating for her children, okay? Not allowing anyone to push her buttons, okay? The internet is not, it could be a financial means for her, but right now there's about advocating for herself and standing up for herself. I'm also seeing the Four of Wands, and so there's a Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And when I see this Four of Wands, I think about moving to an apartment, buying a house, buying a car. I think about like, and it's heavy on Aries energy, and so she's definitely an Aries. It's I think about strong foundation, and so she moved into this apartment and had no business letting that guy move into her apartment. There's about celebration. It's about celebrating you, whether you're in a relationship or not. And I see this Queen of Swords. She needs to be very, very honest with herself. And she lies to herself every day. She lies to herself every day. And you can expect lies from everybody else, but you should not, or you can't lie to yourself, okay? You can push it down, but you always know what the truth is. This Queen of Swords is like, this is someone who has a maybe attitude. Maybe sometimes she feel like she wants to say, and then all of a sudden she get into this like this brutal energy, and she can be very, very brutal with her mouth. However, when the Queen of Swords is healed and evolved, they like to protect their family, their friends, their loved ones. They like to speak peace. They like to speak peace and positivity. But this is a divine feminine who is going through a transformation, who needs to go through a transformation. She keeps her heart guarded. There's the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. I think of endings. I think of divorce. I think of transformations. I think of her giving swords to always stab somebody. I think she gives swords for people to stab her in her back, stab her in her neck, to cut her, you know what I'm saying? And so there's like cutthroat. And this Ten of Swords is about endings. It also deals with core values and self-belief, okay? And she needs to know when to walk away. There's about being logical. I'm also saying the Four of Swords. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. There's about meditation, contemplation, unplugging, resting, okay? Because if something don't serve you emotionally, it's not going to serve you mentally. I'm also seeing the Magician. And so she tries to manifest, but she don't know that manifestation, it works like this. You can manifest, you can pray the same thing. However, without works, nothing's going to happen. And so you could be like, I wish for $1,000. It's not going to fall out the sky like that. You have to work. You have to like use what you have. I'm also saying the Two of Cups. Okay, this Two of Cups is about partnership, celebration, soulmate, looking for a soulmate. Okay, and so I'm going to do this next. Looking for a soulmate, looking for love, and always looking for love in all the wrong places. I'm seeing Priestess. And so this Priestess card, when I see this Priestess card, it's a divine feminine who could be very, very intuitive. There's the vibration of 9. So this is about choices, decisions. It's about balance, up, down, light, dark. And so she needs healing. And so her throat chakra needs healing. She's very, very emotional. Her everything. She needs healing all the way around. That's not a bad thing, but she needs healing all the way around, okay? And so I'm also saying mature woman, okay? And so she wants to come off as this mature woman, or it could be this mature woman that's going to help her, or it could be like a mature woman that was trying to help her, because there is some type of obsession, okay? There is some type of obsession, some type of addiction. There's also about choices, okay? I'm seeing community. And so when I see the obsession in the community, there's about all eyes on me. It's like she needs to have all eyes on her. She don't like people talking. She don't like people talking about her a certain way or thinking certain things. But she always has to be on the internet with eyes watching her. I'm seeing the veil. And so this veil is about choices, decisions. The veil is being lifted, okay? There's a stench, but the veil is being lifted. And what she was able to do before, like how she was able to ask money during COVID and everything, the veil is being lifted. People have seen the veil and been seeing the veil, and they're not going to give her anything. Blocked. There's a block, and she's being blocked. No access. Access denied, okay? And so there's a vibration of 9 endings, okay? She's blocked, and I'm seeing karma. I'm saying rain. I'm saying storms. Karma is real, and she loves to do her job, okay? And so karma don't play. I'm also saying voodoo. I'm saying voodoo. So she could have either played around with voodoo or somebody is doing voodoo on her, but karma do not play, okay? One more. I'm also saying a third-party situation. I feel like the last relationship she was in, it has to do, it could have been like with a third party or had somebody, it was a third party. There was some type of third-party involvement, third-party situation, third-party snitch. I'm also saying North Node, South Node. And so this is about unbalanced relationships, unbalanced emotions, okay? I'm also going to get this last deck, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Lashay Hinton, Applestorequeen. This is a lipstick on a pig, right? And it's funny because this is a pig, and I ain't saying she look like a pig, but people say she looks funny. But this lipstick on a pig, right? It says artifice, denial, cover-up, trickery, superficiality, foolishness, look closer. And so there is a need. She always calling out things and other people, calling them broke, and this, that, and this, that. And I feel like people shouldn't watch her. I feel like if people just ignore her completely, she'll fall off. I'm just saying. But there's a lot of heart chakra healing that has to happen, okay? There's a lot of mental blockage, okay? And so this is lipstick on a pig. It's like, it's a red cardinal on the windsill. Hi. Hello. It is a red cardinal on the window ledge. And so there's about like covering up fake painted mask. I'm saying sweet Georgia peach, okay? And this sweet Georgia peach is kindness, tender care, charm, beauty, flirtation, delicious experience, okay? And so there's a vibration of 11. And this deals with sacral chakra. I'm so distracted, y'all, by the cardinal. It deals with sacral chakra, lust, creativity, but there's a lot of emotional, oh, I flew away, okay? There's a lot of emotional unbalance. And so she wants to come off as kind, tender, but she comes off as flirtatious, okay? When she should be putting that creativity or that determination or that energy towards loving her kids and emotionally restoring or to help heal her kids. Sweating like a sinner in church. Sweating like a sinner in church. And so there is some things that she is being convicted by, okay? This is guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, apology, integrity needed. And so there's worry. Remember I said there's anxiety, there's fear, and she's sweating like a sinner in church. I'm also saying, well, that deals my pickle. And so she do whatever floats her boat. It does not matter, okay? This is about she, like total contentment. She do what make her happy. It don't matter what it is. So this says total contentment. It's a yes, success, wishes granted, mastery, joyous resolution. And she don't realize that the key to this mastery or this joyous resolution is herself, being honest with herself. Okay? And so this mastery is about mastering her emotions, mastering her mental, grounding her energy, going back to school, okay? Mastering her gifts and her talents. Because if you like being on the internet, do something productive. Do something productive. I'm also saying God don't like ugly. Okay? God don't like ugly, nastiness, clash, strife, resentment, argument, spite, grudge, and revenge. There's a number 8. And so this about, I feel like this is abundant, like clash, strife, karma. Karma is real. What goes around comes around. I'm also saying catching lightning bugs. And so this is the vibration of 3. This is about expansion, growth. This is about happiness, everyday magic, childhood. simple pleasures, wonder, secret wish, okay? So this is about her children. When you don't do right by your children, life's not gonna go right for you. And this is the energy of I'll get around to it when I get to it, okay? What's the rush? Waiting. Inspire action only. Trust, relax to allow the flow. And so there's some the stagnation. It's like I get around to it. I'm not in a rush to get a job. I'm not in a rush, you know what I'm saying, to find a job. I always have an excuse why. And so what's the rush? I'll get around to it when I get to it. I could go on the internet, I could ask, okay? But when the people don't give me what I ask for, it's like egg on your face. If that ain't the truth, grits ain't groceries. Believe it, trustworthiness, watch for signs, intuition, and lucidity, the real deal. And so this is about like expansion. It's about growth. It's about more confusion, okay? And hotter than blue blazes. And so she's feeling the heat. There's a lot of fire energy, heart chakra energy, passion, sensuality, chemistry, looking, longing for passion, longing for love, longing for sexual chemistry, instant crush, okay? I'm also saying over yonder. And so she needs to focus. She needs to keep her eyes on the prize, and she needs to make better choices and decisions, okay? And so there's the, aren't you just precious, okay? And she's too big for her own bridges. This aren't you just precious, suffering fools, disdain, displeasure, contentment, contempt, poking fun, read between the lines. Aren't you just precious? And then I see this too big for her britches. This too big for your britches is a vibration of 5. It's about obstacles, childishness, arrogance, vanity, self-importance, being high and mighty, modesty needed, okay? And so with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thumbs is up. Tell a friend to watch this, okay?